In 1987, a 25-year-old from Queens named Jordan Belfort walked onto Wall Street for the first time. He lasted exactly 1 day before the firm went bankrupt in the Black Monday crash. Most people would have gone home. Belfort went to Long Island and set up his own brokerage firm in a former car dealership. He called it Stratton Oakmont. The name sounded old and prestigious. The logo looked like a centuries-old institution. It was a fraud factory in an office park. His targets were ordinary Americans. Not Wall Street bankers. Teachers. Nurses. Retirees. People who trusted a confident voice on the phone with their life savings. The scheme was called pump and dump. Stratton secretly bought huge amounts of cheap, worthless penny stocks before anyone else knew about them. Then an army of brokers cold-called investors across America. They were trained to be relentless, persistent, impossible to say no to. As investors poured their money in, the stock price rose. At exactly that moment, Belfort and his partner sold their shares for massive profit. The stock then crashed to nothing. The investors lost everything. Stratton pocketed millions. Then they moved on to the next stock. At its peak, Stratton Oakmont had over 1,000 brokers and was clearing $50 million a month in commissions alone. The trading floor looked like a casino on fire. Belfort ran the firm like a cult leader. Monday morning meetings were performances, him on a desk, screaming motivational speeches while the room of young brokers roared back at him. He paid his people obscene amounts of money. In return, he demanded total loyalty and zero questions. They worshipped him. Then he spent the money. A 167-foot yacht originally built for Coco Chanel. A helicopter that crashed on his front lawn while he was high on Quaaludes. Parties at the office so extreme they became notorious on Wall Street. Belfort understood that visible, outrageous wealth was itself the sales pitch. If young brokers drove Ferraris, new clients were easier to close. He began hiding the money. His wife's aunt was made the firm's accountant. Friends and relatives smuggled millions in cash out of the country in suitcases. Swiss bank accounts were opened under false names. Shell companies spread money across Europe. For years, nothing came close to touching him. The FBI opened an investigation into Stratton Oakmont in 1992. Special Agent Gregory Coleman was assigned the case. He would spend years quietly building it. The Securities and Exchange Commission filed civil charges against Belfort and banned him from the industry. He ignored it and kept operating through associates. In 1996, the National Association of Securities Dealers finally expelled Stratton Oakmont and forced it to close. The firm was gone. The FBI investigation was not. In 1998, Belfort was arrested. He was indicted on securities fraud and money laundering charges that had been building for 6 years. Prosecutors laid out the full picture. Over 1,500 victims. More than $200 million stolen. Ordinary people who lost their savings, their retirements, their futures. Facing decades in federal prison, Belfort made a deal. He agreed to cooperate fully with the FBI. He would wear a wire and record his former partners. He testified against the people who had worked beside him for years. The man who had demanded total loyalty from everyone turned federal informant to save himself. In 2003, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He served 22 months. His cooperation had paid off. He was ordered to repay $110 million to his victims. Years later, he had repaid less than half while living comfortably and building a new career. That career was motivational speaking. Charging $30,000 per appearance to teach sales techniques to corporate audiences. The same techniques he had used to defraud 1,513 people. He wrote a memoir. Martin Scorsese turned it into a film. Leonardo DiCaprio played Belfort as a charismatic anti-hero. It was nominated for 5 Academy Awards. The 1,513 victims were not mentioned in the promotional materials. Most had never recovered their money. Several had lost everything they owned. Today, Jordan Belfort is a free man. He posts on social media about wealth and mindset. He sells online courses. His personal brand is thriving. Most of Belfort's victims never got their money back. He only did 22 months. Then he became famous. That is the real Wolf of Wall Street. Subscribe and like for more out of this world true crime stories.